I've been doing photography actually for a very short time, since April of 2007. So time flies though. I mean, it feels like yesterday that I just started. But yeah, it's been a very recent thing. I mean, it would be dishonest to say that I didn't know anything about photography before April, when I was very young, at least for me. When I think back, it seems so far away. But when I was in high school, I had an opportunity to experiment with some black and white photography, especially darkroom, learning some darkroom techniques when I attended Andover, actually it was Exeter Summer School in New Hampshire. And it was a really cool experience. I mean, I borrowed my father's camera, went up there, you know, learned the whole thing about developing film in a darkroom. But after that, I really didn't have any experience, or I really didn't have any, what's the word I'm looking for, opportunity to kind of try photography again until just very recently, where I ended up buying a camera, a single reflex lens camera, to go out and try to do some self-promotion while I was DJing on the weekends. And what I came to realize was I had no time to actually take any photos while I was DJing because I was so busy mixing one song into another, and I didn't want this camera to go to waste. So I thought to myself, well, what can I try? You know, what can I do with this camera? And I ended up Googling to see if there are any studios in this area, and I ended up finding this one out here. Came out, met the guy who owned the place, and ended up renting the studio and trying my first photo shoot at the beginning of April. And since then, it's been history. I actually met Donna through a website called Model Mayhem, and it's actually been a really wonderful website to kind of connect with a lot of people who are in the industry, models, makeup artists, hairstylists, wardrobe stylists, and of course photographers. I ended up shooting someone that she knew, a woman by the name of Kay, and you know, left a comment. She really liked the picture I did with her. I looked at her portfolio, it was amazing, and we ended up just kind of through that website getting together and doing a shoot. And it was actually one of the best shoots experiences I've ever had. To this day, one of the pictures that we took has the most views and the most comments on Model Mayhem. I've had a lot of people compliment me on that photo, and in large part, I mean, back then I was really new, so it was really Donna. Well, the photo, I converted to a black and white, but it was basically a lot of crochet. It was a crochet scarf and a hat. And we did basically kind of like a headshot, kind of beauty shot, had her up against a white backdrop, had a light kind of pointed at her, two different lights, a key light and a fill light. And she just did this expression where she was just kind of like leaning back and kind of making a facial expression like she was laughing. What's the word I'm looking for? That she was laughing, and it was just a really great photo. I ended up just snapping actually a few shots because she kind of did it in slow motion. It was really cool. She was just kind of leaning back, and her mouth got wider and wider, and I just started snapping the photo. And when I got home, I saw one of them, and I said, "This is it." Ended up converting to black and white and putting on my site. I knew we had a winner right there. You know what? I really don't think I have a style yet. I'm still developing, you know, my skills. Every time I shoot, I feel like I'm learning something new. But I do know what I don't want to shoot. I'm kind of getting to that point now where I know what I like and what I don't like. And I guess from my own photography, what I really like to see is photos that kind of make you think, photos that you look at and you you kind of linger over the photo a little bit longer than you typically would. Photos that kind of stand out, and you know, and that pretty much is a combination of the model, the expression, the pose, the lighting, the composition. But I like really clean shots. I like shots that invoke some kind of emotion in the person who's viewing the photo. I prefer beauty over sexy because I think, you know, beautiful photos just kind of stand the test of time, and it's just something that I enjoy looking at, and I'm sure it's something that, you know, my parents wouldn't mind looking at. So I kind of stick to that realm. But I'm hoping one of these days I'm actually going to be able to have like a signature style where someone will look at a photo and say, hey, I know that photographer, that's Sam Chung, you know? But right now, I'm still a newbie, still a beginner, so hopefully eventually I'll reach that point. Well, first I would say that you have to be prepared to snap a photo at any moment. I mean, I think what's great about Donna, she keeps me on my toes. Donna, I think Donna's the kind of model who does better with less restrictions when you kind of throw her out there and then let her feel the moment and kind of express herself. She's somebody I think needs less direction. You know, there's some models who kind of need to be told what to do, where to look, how to stand, where to sit, how to pose. And I think Donna's more of a free spirit where she's the kind of person that you really need to just let loose and just start snapping away. And it makes it easy for a photographer, especially I think that's why she's so great with people like me who are just learning, because she does so much of the work, and for the photographer all they need to do is just make sure that they got the lighting down and that they're snapping the photo at the right moment, and it's pretty much guaranteed they're gonna have a great photo. Also, you have to realize that Donna's very playful. She's very fun, so it's great because you get this great interactivity, this connection, this vibe with her. So it's good to kind of give her feedback as well when things are going well. And she's just a very open and friendly and very warm person and wonderful person to work with. Just my favorite model to work with.